everyone, karibu tena. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Maddie and I am a nurse and a former CNA who loves to make videos on helpful information for healthcare workers. I'm very glad that you found my channel here. In today's video, I'm going to talk about why you may want to become a certified nursing assistant while you are in nursing school and why it may be helpful. So, based on my experience, I worked as a CNA while I was in nursing school and found it very helpful. So I will be talking from my experience and sharing why I found it to be invaluable and why I recommend it to so many nursing students now. So if you're wondering whether or not it's feasible, yes, it is. Hi, I am proof that it's feasible to both do well in nursing school and still work as a CNA and have a job. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking and start getting into why you should look into it too. And just really quick, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of videos on here, including vlogs from being a CNA, to vlogs when I was in nursing school, to vlogs being a nurse now. So if you like that type of content, stick around and you'll find more. Alright, so the first thing that you have to do if you're looking into being a CNA is you need to find a program. You either need to find a CNA program or you can do what I did and bypass that. Perform your first semester of nursing school first, where you take a class called the Fundamentals of Nursing, where you literally learn the foundational parts of being a nurse and how to think like a nurse. You learn all your skills during that class that you would need to be a CNA. For example, hand washing, checking blood glucose, taking vital signs, etc. What you can do is you can either find a CNA program or you can take your Fundamentals of Nursing class, and that actually counts when you go to apply to be a CNA. So let's talk really quick about the program. I don't have a whole lot of experience with that, but basically you just need to search your area and you need to search programs, whether online or in person. And a lot of times you can find CNA programs either associated with a hospital or associated with a community college, and that might be a cheaper option for you too. Typically, you'll have to buy whatever textbook they need you to buy for a written exam at the end of your program as a CNA, and you will also do skills checkoffs too. So you might even be taken to a hospital to perform those checkoffs and do them so many times. For example, the hand washing, blood glucose checks, and so on. You will be doing all of those just through a program. And that's all I'm gonna say about the CNA program. There are lots of videos out there that encourage you to go click on and watch that talk more about the CNA program itself. But I still wanna stick to keeping this video condensed to why being a CNA is helpful in nursing school. But I will touch on really quick, if you want to take the route that I did and take your Fundamentals of Nursing class first, then it is very easy. You literally just apply and you send your transcripts in to the unit that you want to work on. Now, the first question you might have if we were talking in person would be, well, do you think I can juggle being a CNA while in nursing school? I want to do well in nursing school, but I don't want to drown myself in work and so many other activities that I don't perform well in school. And the answer is yes, you can totally juggle them, but you have to take into account your own skills, your own study habits, and your own time and schedule. So, for example, I would not work full-time as a CNA while you're in nursing school unless your nursing school is maybe all online or you just find it feasible for you. You don't have any kids, you don't have any major responsibilities outside of school and work, so maybe you can work full-time. I personally worked part-time, so I only had to work 2 days a week as a CNA. And for most people that would be over the weekend or even night shifts. But regardless, you need to figure out when you study best and then try not to work during that period. That way you are being as productive as possible when you're working on schoolwork. I definitely recommend working part-time or PRN. PRN stands for as needed. So usually that's only a couple of shifts during a certain month or like 4-week period that you have to work. For example, like maybe you only need to work 4 to 5 shifts within a month. So like 1 shift per week. So that might work out for you as a student, but part-time worked out for me and I never felt too overloaded with that. So now that we've established that it is possible to work as a CNA and be a full-time student, and you've made the decision on the time and position that you want to work in, let's talk about the further benefits of being a CNA while being in nursing school. So one of the major benefits is that you get comfortable with patients. It's very awkward to go on your first couple of clinicals and be nervous to answer that call light or open that door or put a blood pressure cuff around someone's arm and take it. You are still building up those confidence skills. You don't know what's okay and not okay to do. I even struggled with, I had a nurse say, hey, can you go empty this patient's Foley, which I'd never done before. And so it took me probably a solid 20 minutes to do something that only should have taken 30 seconds. Because I'm like staring at this Foley bag, trying to find out what I empty it into, and then out of everything, I forgot to look at the measured amount of urine that came out of the Foley bag. So the nurse wasn't very happy with me as a nursing student when I wasn't able to tell her how much pee the patient had out when I emptied the Foley. So it wasn't very helpful. But when I became a CNA, I got to see a little bit more of that side of patient care and learn how to empty Foleys the proper way, get blood sugar checked without being nervous and shaky the whole time I'm trying to poke someone's finger, put a blood pressure cuff around someone's arm and hold a conversation at the same time. So being a CNA lets you get comfortable with all those skills and talk to patients and learn how to have that small talk without being awkward as well. So kind of along the same lines, if you're gaining all of those skills, those basic patient care skills, then that actually leaves you more room for the critical skills and the critical thinking as a registered nurse. So you will have all those basic skills down and you can focus on the more important things, especially if you want to work in a critical care setting. So we've established that being a CNA will help with your comfortability and your skills when being in nursing school. So what else does it help you with? Well, it also can help you with having access to experience that you wouldn't have otherwise as a nurse. So for example, I worked as a CNA in the ICU, and because of this, I actually got the rare chance of going and watching operations being performed, because I was around the surgeons enough and in and out of the room helping the RNs that there was a great day that I came into work and apparently I didn't have to work that day, and the surgeon actually asked if I wanted to come watch an operation on an open heart surgical patient, and I was like, oh, of course I do, that would be great. I'm not doing anything else today anyways. And I was able to ask later on too if I could watch when I had some rapport with the surgeons. So that was great experience. I was also floated to other ICUs, for example, neurotrauma and medical ICU, which is just a general ICU. And because of that, when anesthesiologists came in to do procedures such as intubating, or if another surgeon came in to do like a minor bedside procedure, I got to see it. And a lot of times I'd be up against the corner, but usually you only have your clinicals once a week for so many months out of the year, and it's very limited because they're trying to get like 6 to 8 different students on one floor to all see the same thing, and it gets crammed, and sometimes you don't get to see it or perform a skill. So if you work as a CNA, you get a lot more opportunity to see those things happen, especially if you work in like an ICU critical care setting or in the emergency department. So you are getting comfortable with patients, you're getting to see things that you never would have gotten to see as a nursing student. What else is there in terms of being a CNA? Well, if you think about it, you can get your foot in the door in the unit that you want to work in. For example, ICU. Sometimes it's hard for new graduate nurses to get jobs in critical care settings. Work as a CNA in the unit that you eventually want to work in. You already have a foot in the door. They can already see your work ethic. And a lot of times, RNs that you work with will be there during the hiring process, mostly the interviewing process, and they can vouch for your work ethic and your personality and your character. So it definitely gets your foot in the door, and it's one of the main reasons why I got to work in the ICU as a new graduate, is because I already had rapport with the nurses I worked with. The manager was the same. Again, you can get your foot in the door, if I haven't said it enough times. So one more thing that is really great about being a CNA while in nursing school is that a lot of hospitals actually offer a tuition reimbursement program if you work for them. For example, you can get discounts. So some programs, if you work as CNA in the hospital and then you are studying for nursing school, at a school that's associated with the hospital, because there are a lot of nursing schools associated with a teaching hospital, they will actually pay for your tuition as long as you're going to work for them. So there's tuition reimbursement options, and sometimes they will even offer discounts if they don't offer tuition reimbursement, which is really awesome. So those are just a couple of the major pros of being a CNA while in nursing school. I honestly hope that this encourages you to be a CNA while in nursing school, because it was invaluable to me. Again, I realize it may not be for everyone. If you are someone who struggles with school, you may want to just focus on school, but there is the possibility that being a CNA and getting those basic skills out of the way will actually help you in nursing school to study better, so you're not so worried about the clinical side of things and the skill side of things. So I hope that this video was helpful for you. If it was, drop me a comment down below and let me know if you liked the video. And if you want to be a CNA or already are a CNA, let me know in the comments down below too. I would love to hear about your experience with it. I wanted to take a brief moment here to talk about today's collaborative partner, which is Medicaps. So Medicaps was actually a brand that was started by a physician who saw the need for scrub caps that kept our hair protected while still looking stylish. So I don't know if most of you guys are the same as me, but at the end of a 12-hour shift, my hair is a crazy frizzy mess. So it's great to have a scrub cap that's lined with silk, as you can see here, that actually protects my hair and it keeps it from getting frizzy. But it's super cute. Of course, black goes with everything, but it's got this cute colored ribbon to kind of tie it down and keep that bun in place on the back of my head while still looking stylish. And so this is what the fit looks like. I think it looks super cute. It honestly wears better than my other scrub cap. And then of course it has buttons on the side so we can protect our ears as well and not have them turning red or having the skin broken down from having a mask worn all day. And I decided to try them on with my OR scrubs too, and it just looks super cute. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you later. Tutu Anana.